Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to share with you guys today these little embellishments, these shaker embellishments that I have created. Those of you guys who have received packages from me probably have seen some of these in the mail. So all you're going to need is some glue, some type of acetate or backing. I actually used a die set and cut out all of my pieces and the acetate pieces as well. And you're going to need some double-sided tape. As you can see there, you're just getting rings that fit the circles, obviously. You want to make sure that your acetate piece is slightly smaller or as big as the ring that you're getting ready to attach it to. You guys can use whatever type of glue that you prefer. I have Aleene's on hand, and also it's my favorite glue, so I just naturally use that. I do need to get to the store, like Hobby Lobby, and get me a precision tip glue bottle. I have been unsuccessful in finding one, but I always go every time I go to Hobby Lobby to look, and eventually they'll get them back on the shelf. The lady says that they normally do carry them, but a precision tip glue bottle would have been perfect in this instance, because then you wouldn't have to go through and, you know, wipe the glue off like I'm doing here, because it would be a thinner line. So keep that in mind whenever you're making your projects. If you are doing something that's intricate like this, go and get yourself a precision tip glue bottle. I used to have one, but I broke it. And so it doesn't stay closed and my glue dries out, so I just ended up pitching it. As you can see, I'm making a few Thanksgiving themed ones or fall themed ones, and then a couple of the Halloween themed. And I like to do things in steps, so I cut out a whole bunch of pieces. I never just make one of anything. I was making several different projects and several different swaps that were going out at this time. Some were fall themed, some were Halloween themed, so that is why you see the different themes there. And as you can see here, all I have on hand is the 1/2 inch double-sided tape, so I'm cutting it in half. I would have preferred to have liked to have the 1/4 double-sided tape, but I was out of it, so I just, of course, made do with what I have. I'm not one of those crafters that tend to go to the store because I don't have something. I'm not going to just stop the project and run to the store and get what I need, because my store that I would get these things at is a half an hour away. So I kind of just have to make do with the things that I have, and then I'll end up, next time I go to Hobby Lobby, putting a 1/4 of an inch double-sided tape onto my list, and I will pick it up when I go, if it happens to be there. And so I just rounded the edges of this circle with double-sided tape, as you can see there. And I will here put some sequins in there. I put some leaf confetti. I also added a couple brown and gold pieces as well. And then I went around, and you want to press down really hard. You can choose to double your layer on this and make it really stand out, stand up, and pop. I chose not to, because I was going to be adding like bows and things to it. I actually ended up not liking, I should have put less of the leaves on that one. Inside that one, the leaves are a little bit thicker than the sequins. And so that one right there was really a learning process for me. It was the first one I'd done. And I did these quite some time ago. That's why I'm trying to remember how I went about doing it in the long run. I think that the next set that I did that was that I used those leaf confetti, I just put a little bit less than what I had put. I was kind of getting and I could have taken it apart and added another layer of double-sided tape to make it have more space to move in there, but I didn't. I just left it alone. And I usually learned from the mistakes that I had made to the one prior to that. And so as you can see here on the next one, I'm not going to put as much sequence in there. And like I said, you can double layer your tape there and make it pop up a little bit more. I just chose not to, as a rule. I think these would look super, super cute here. In a little bit, you're going to see me like adding bows and things to them. But you could punch a hole in these things and use them as tags, shaker tags on a project. I just chose to use them as embellishments because embellishments are, you know, one of my favorite things to make. So as you can see there, once that glue, like this video is not timed correctly because of, you know, me just sitting there and doing it. But the aliens takes a few minutes to dry. So once the aliens is dried, if I was to do this again, which I probably will do at Christmas time, I would make all of my tops first, let them dry, and then I would work on all of my bottoms, and then maybe the next day put them together. Because the sequence was not sticking to the double-sided tape, but it was sticking to that upper lid that's got the acetate and glue on it. So just be mindful of that when you're making these. I wasn't going to stop the process just to let things dry, of course, you know, but... And like I said, this is the first ones that I made like this, so I will be making more varieties of these as we go. I absolutely love the way these turned out, and they don't take that much time to do, especially if you know you have like 4 or 5 swaps coming up or challenges coming up or whatever, just doing friend mail or whatever, that you have like, you know, 3 sets of 4 embellishments to make. You could sit down and make these in probably, you know, not a lot of time. I think it took me maybe a half an hour. I'm one of those people that I plan everything out. Obviously, if you guys have watched my channel, you know this about me. So I was already die cutting specific things for something else, and I knew that I wanted to try to make these embellishments. So I had these cut days before I sat down to make these because I knew that I was going to have time in a couple days to make them. And so instead of pulling my die cut machine out twice, I just did it once and cut them all at one time. You guys know how I do things. You know, I plan everything out. It's specific to how much time that I have and whatever it is that I'm doing. It's a problem, really, the planning that goes into my life here. So in this one, I am really just, you know, adding some more sequence. The process is the same. This one, I love these little black stars. Somebody had gifted me these little black stars and some friend mail a while ago, probably last winter when I first started crafting, or swapping with folks, I should say. And there you have it, all completed. But I really do love those little black stars in there. If you like these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And we will see you guys in the next one. Oh, and if you want to share the video, go right ahead and do so.